Hello, class. Namaste. How are you all? As I've been talking before, I've been reading some of the mail, and it's been wonderful. Some of you have sent me, different things about some of the projects that you're involved in as far as your own yoga practice is concerned, your own yoga classes. Chatty notes that tell me a lot about yourselves, what stage of life that you are going through, where you are at this time in your life. And if you'll just allow me for a second, I'm going to sort of sneak out of your picture here and read you something, because I liked it very much and I received it with, lots of different kinds of mail. But this is from an organization in San Diego, California. It's called the Love Project. I liked particularly some of the different principles that they sent me, and they're very yogic in their way. And you know, I think, at least how it comes to me, what yogic means at this day and age means something that's not just from one part of the world, which you might say would be India. I think in this day and age, yoga means something so much more universal, that yogic philosophy is so universal that it really doesn't come from India anymore. It comes from all over the world, and it is very, very universal in its feelings. And we here in the United States, in Canada, really throughout the world, are taking the yogic principles, philosophies, and really expanding on them. Even though they're 5,000 years old, or maybe more or less, give or take a thou, we here in this country, and all over the world, are expanding on that which has been given to us. It's very interesting, actually. But I like this, and I wanted to share it with you. These are principles of this Love Project. Be the change you want to see happen, instead of trying to change everyone else. Very nice. Receive all persons as beautiful exactly where they are. Provide people with opportunities to give. Perceive problems as opportunities. Have no expectations, but rather abundant expectancy. Create your own reality consciously, rather than living as if you had no control of your life. And remember, choice is the life of process. In every new moment of awareness, you are free to make a new choice. I think they're wonderful. I think they're really wonderful. None of us have a unique way, do we? We really, at some point, it really all blends. And I really like that. It's helped me a lot to be the change that you want to see happen instead of trying to change everyone else, especially if you come from a family that you might be the only member of your family that's really interested, for instance, in a yogic way of life. You know, well, we're all learning together really what that means. And it can cause a lot of friction in the beginning. But I found for myself that as long as I'm changing, as long as I'm growing, it's amazing. A lot of changes will really start around you in your own home, and that's a very good opportunity to grow. I'm going to work today. Anyway, didn't you like that? I really thank you all for sending me that. It's fun to share things like that. We're going to work today from our little book that goes with the series. It's you write, again, this is something it's been hard to get this little book for various and different reasons, but it's much easier now that it's printed in a bantam form. And it's Lilias, Yoga, and You. And we're going to work now on the sun exercise, the Surya Namaskar. And what I suggest you do is just open the book really firmly and prop it up. And then as you begin to learn it, you can just study it yourself, sort of prop it in front of you. And here are the 12 different postures, how to do them. And it's pretty clear. The sun salute is called, and Surya Namaskar, that's the Sanskrit word for it. All right? Now this, of course, this is not unique. Surya Namaskar has been since the beginning, and there are many, many very good books with the same exercise in it. But if you want to use this book, I hope you do. Surya Namaskar. Can you pronounce that for me? All right? Surya Namaskar. Surya meaning the sun, and Namaskar means sun salutation. Let's start by standing, all right? Well, before I start standing, This isn't a beginner posture. This is something that if you're an absolute beginner, welcome. But I would say that this would be something for my continuing class, or if you've been with me every day for a couple of weeks. It just gets very confusing for a beginner. But this is a series that repeats itself, so don't run away, all right? Stay with me, and it will repeat itself again in a couple of weeks, if not tomorrow or this afternoon or whatever. But don't let yourself get frustrated when you can't do a posture with me, please. All right, cross your ankles, place the hands behind you. Don't hurt your knees now when you stand up. Use your hands for support, and come up now into a standing position. First, let's do some warming up before we do Surya Namaskar. As I stand sideways here, you stand so you're facing me. Nice and straight. And we'll just do some warming up exercises of your spinal column. Drop your chin to your throat. Now relax your arms. Beginners, do this with me, won't you? This is good for you to warm your spine up. Dropping your chin to your throat. Now round your shoulders. Get right in between your shoulder blades. And coming over slowly, letting your arms relax, the back of your head relax, and come over slowly, 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 and then relax in your forward position. Now class, just turn your head for a second and look at me. A lot, in the beginning, we think we're all relaxed, and you are, except the back of your head. So you, instead of, a lot of you I'll say relax, and here's your head, it's way up high. Relax the back of your head. Just let the back of your neck, all those muscles that are back here that really hold the head and hold a lot of tension during your day, let it flop. Let your arms relax, and if your fingers are on the floor, just let your toes, fingernails, all line up in straight alignment. Now bring the weight a little bit more on the ball of the foot and less on your heel. And let your abdomen pull up slightly so you can stretch yourself a bit forward. Now relax, don't watch here. And now come up, letting your head relax, shoulders relax, neck relax. Coming up slowly and smoothly up into a standing position. And if you have anything in the sinus just goes. That's why it's good to invert yourself for sinus problems. Let's try it once more now, class. Drop your chin to your throat. This is cow, by the way. I don't know why they call it cow, but it's supposed to be called cow. Drop your chin to your throat, round your back, let the arms hang, and vertebra, at a time, they really open up as you stretch forward. Now, don't let your hips go back over your heels. That's a hyperextension that I don't want to see. I want you to get your hips more over your heels, weight evenly distributed on your feet, continue on coming and oncoming, and relax forward. And now, rounding the back, come up slowly into a standing position. Good. Now bring the arms above the head, stretching up, and we're going to just sway side to side. First, stretch and really grow, and grow and grow. Really tighten your seat muscles, get some of the kinks out of the day, and relax. Just lower your arms, lower your arms, lower your arms. Let's not forget the breathing now. Feet apart. And we'll stretch again. Now feet just apart, 3 feet. Bring the arms above the head. And now open your hands like stars, and you want to get all this stretched out, all this muscle sort of opened so you can receive energy. That's really what happens. Circulation is receivable in the body when you kind of open up. So stretch the arms out and the fingers out, and lock your knees, thighs, seat muscle. Stretch your arms. Good. And look up to your ceiling so your back of your head is just slightly against the muscles back there. Lift with the chin. Tighten your seat. Lift and release. Oh boy, that really feels good. And just let your arms relax and flop. Take a breath now. Straight up, straight up. Exhale the air. Inhale, breathe deeply, and slowly in and in and in, right up to the collarbone. Relax your abdominal muscle, and exhale slowly. And slowly exhale out and out and out. Feet together, Nitambasana. You've heard me mention this one before. Nice stretch from side to side. See that the weight now is evenly distributed. See meaning feel that the weight is evenly distributed on your feet. Bring the arms once again above the head. And now I'm going to stretch to my right. So why don't we both go together, all right? Stretch up to the ceiling. Inhale, grow, grow. Let me see some energy in your little finger. And now stretch to the right. And pull your shoulder back, pull your stomach in. Come up. Inhale, up. Exhaling, stretch to the left. As you get to your maximum stretch, breathe shallowly. Pull the shoulder back, stomach in, and come up. Reach up, reach up. Now here as you go back, contract your seat muscle, tighten it, and head between the upper arms and lift the sternum up to the ceiling. Tighten your seat, and then come back down slowly, down and down and down. Surya Namaskar takes time to learn. It's a wonderful warm-up, best I know practically, has some sensational variations to it. In the beginning you might find some resistance in the body and in the head in learning to do it. I remember very much resistance to it because it's complicated. But if you stick with it, eventually it will really imprint itself on you, and I hope that you'll love it. It's nice to come to class sometimes with a hot shower so the muscles are all warmed up and you know, wearing loose-fitting clothes so you can move about because this is quite a moving sort of a thing. So let's start with number 1 position of Surya Namaskar. And if you want to place yourself so you're facing me, I'll sort of turn around so you can see the posture at different angles, and we'll let one flow one from the other to the other. 1, palms of the hands together. Dropping your shoulders so there's no tension in the shoulders. Drop the arms now, lowering the arms, going up into 2. We'll go slow motion now. And here in 2, keep your head between your upper arms. You stretch with your little fingers, so you open up the armpit, and you stretch with your, between the ribs, and you grow in the position, and reach, and reach. Now, as you go into 2 class, keep your arms up, please. As you go into 2, contract your seat muscle. Keep it that contraction. Inhale. Lift the sternum up to the ceiling. Only hold 3 seconds. Tighten your seat muscle. Then 3, you stretch forward, keeping your back straight. Keeping your spine straight as you stretch forward into your forward bend position, your 3 position. Class, come up, please, will you? That stretching forward with a straight spine is not easy as a beginner. If you want to round over, that's fine. But what you're working for is this reaching, stretching, straight back as you lower, as you come to your forward bend. So let's try it once more. Do it slowly and on an exhalation. Arms above the head. All right, contract your seat muscle, stretch and grow as you're now going to go into 3. Inhale first. Exhaling now, stretch forward. Keep your spine straight. Don't go too fast now, and keep in control of your body as you stretch forward. Now, weight more on the ball of the foot than the heel, and relax in your number 3 position. Pull your abdominal muscles up. Good. Now look here, just glance here for a second. I'm going to ask you to straighten the knees and bend them and straighten them. And this will help to stretch out the back, stiff muscles, I know, ligaments in the back, legs. It's a hard area to get into, especially for the men. They really have a difficulty back here. But it gets there. Then you bend the knees and right leg back, right leg back. So let's try that now, please. Please try that with me. I'm going to start with my feet together, bending the knees. Everybody, bend the knees. Place the hands on the floor and right leg all the way back. Right knee on the floor. It's important that you bring that leg all the way back and that you don't cheat. Cheating would mean the knee is very close to your heel. And it's rather cumbersome. It's very awkward. You want to have that leg all the way back. Then you get the stretch in the thigh area that you want. And then you're prepared to go to the next 5 body straight. So really, class, hope your foot is all the way back and that your toe is turned under. Place the palms of the hands flat on the floor on either side of your feet. Chin up to the ceiling and stretch forward. All right, now you're in 4, what I call 4. Now go to 5, which is left foot back to your right. All right, now here is 5 body straight. Now, none of this, no high bottom. Don't sag, 5 body straight. Pull your tummy up, head straight. Don't let it sag. Hold, breathing shallowly, don't hold your breath. Then knees to the floor. Right, knees to the floor. Then watch here. It's knees, chest. It would be like the breast right where the thumb is. So the hips are slightly up, chin on the floor. Knees, chest, chin, nose on the floor, forehead if you are more limber. Knees, chest, and chin. All right, come back now to the pelvis on the ground. The Surya Namaskar is for all ages, and some problems that people have is a weakness in their wrist, or a frozen wrist, arthritis wrist or elbow, shoulder. And let me show you something that might help you. That you, if 5 body straight, all right? I'm going to go into the 5 body straight position. 5 body straight position is too much for you. You can come onto your elbows, all right? And then go into knees, chest, and chin, nose, like this. But the point I'm trying to say is to maneuver yourself, your body, the way it is, by a small adjustment that way, so you don't get caught and think, I never can do this asana. You'll be able to do it with us. Now let's try it all together, class. Going at your own speed, 5 body straight. All right, let's go back. 5 body straight position. Let's make this smooth. Knees, chest. Now just enough to run a small, I say a small rabbit under the hips. Not an elephant, but a rabbit, all right? Knees, chest, chin. Then, keeping the toes where they are, the knees where they are, drop your hips to the floor. Tighten your seat muscle, and inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades together, head back. All right, come back down now and look here. A common mistake in head back, as if you're arching back to the cobra position, is, let me show you. Look at your screen for a second. It's this. The shoulders are forward. Now watch my correction. I'm going to pull the shoulders back. It's important. All right, so try to make the correction and feel it in yourself. Let's try it now again. Turning the toes under. Still with me? Chin on the floor. Then raise your chin up. Contract your seat muscle, tighten your seat muscle. Pull your shoulders back and lift. Head back, head back. Now try and squeeze between your shoulder blades. Good. Now push down on your elbows. Straighten the elbows. Lift your hips up to the ceiling, keeping the toes where they are. Push against your hands and stretching. And hold the stretch for a little bit. Let yourself stretch out. Let the body stretch out and muscles stretch out. Slowly pull your abdomen up. And then release the stretch. Look at your thumbs. Okay, look at your hands. You're going to swing now the right leg up between the 2 hands. So, right leg, foot comes between the 2 hands. I notice I've just said leg, and that really wasn't as clear as I could be. It should be your right foot comes between the 2 hands. Let's try this again. You are 5, you're onto your knees, 5 body straight position. You've come from the 5 body straight position and you've stretched yourself out. And then you look to the thumbs of your hands. Now, if you get yourself caught and you're stiff, you can't bring that leg up quite as quickly as you like, place your left foot knee on the ground and just reach down and bring the foot up between the 2 hands. So you're all lined up. Palms of the hands then together, chin up to the ceiling. Then continue on to your forward bend position, which is straightening that back knee and pushing off with that back foot. Right, straighten the knee, push off with the foot, and both feet together. Relax once again in your forward bend position. Holding the position, and now let's just round your back this time and come up slowly to a standing position. Slowly to your standing position. And now, if you will, just look here, look at me. When you have your head forward that way, the blood comes to the face, and if you pop up too quickly, there's a great shock to the brain, and there's a tremendous draining of blood from the brain, and you can feel very fainting and lightheaded. Please be careful. Coming from a forward bend position, never hop yourself up too quickly. And as you go back now into 11, you want to take a breath so your body is full of oxygen, and you want to be sure that there are no fainting feelings in your head. It does happen sometimes. All right, it does happen sometimes. And if you do feel lightheaded, you lie down. So let's continue on now. You've gone from your number 10. Now we're going to go up into 11 position, which is a repetition of the arching back. Is stretching once again. Contract your seat muscle. Inhale, lift the chest, tighten your seat as you go back. No pain in your middle back. And 12. Palms of the hands together. Take a deep breath. Inhale, breathe deeply now. Exhaling, lower your arms on either side of your hips and observe, class. Now observe the beginnings of Surya Namaskar, how they affect your body. Now let us move now. I'm going to move one into the other, into the other. I've taken apart. Let's put it together. We'll use your left leg. All right, one, palms of the hands together. And I try and remember the corrections now. I'll just do a little reminding. And lower the arms. Lift the arms. Inhale. And then, holding the breath, lift the sternum up to the ceiling. Exhale. Stretch towards 3. Straight spine. Exhaling. Make it smooth. Don't watch here. Listen to my words. And then smoothly bend the knees and left leg back. Left knee on the floor. Palms of the hands together. Inhale. Stretch forward. And 5, smoothly. 5, body straight position. Nice straight body. 6, knees. Exhaling, chin. Chest on the floor. And 7, smoothly arching back, head back. Inhaling. 8, exhaling, jackknife the hips up to the ceiling and stretching. Knees straight, stretching, pull your abdomen. 9, smoothly, left foot up. All right, chin up to the ceiling, head back. Pressing the thigh forward, the hips forward, and 10. Push off of that back foot. Take a breath and exhale, forehead to the knee position. And smoothly going to 11, watch your breathing as you straighten your spine, coming up into the 11 position. Inhale now. Lift and sternum up, tighten seat, and 12. Palms of the hands together, exhaling. Inhale, energy in. Exhale, hands at your sides, and if you will, sit down. And just look here for a second. We've done 2 Surya Namaskar, and I'd like you, if you could, before you come to class, we don't do it all the time. So if you would perhaps come to class with already have done maybe 2 or 4 of Surya Namaskar. It's a wonderful warm-up. And then you proceed with this half hour, especially if you've been with me for a while. Start your half hour, won't you, with that? Good. Since you're sitting up, let's place the body now properly on the ground for a relaxation. Knees are bent, feet flat on the floor, about 22 inches apart. Sitting now, just lean back on one elbow, and on the other elbow, and then press the arch out of your back, lower your vertebrae to the floor, and then the back of your head to the floor. Don't watch here. Pull your shoulders down from your ears, arms away from your body. Straighten your right leg, straighten your left leg, and let your head rock from side to side and side to side. Line the nose, the chin, the sternum. That's your breastbone in straight alignment, and just let your day go. Observe, if you will, too, how this Surya Namaskar feels within side of your body. Start at the outer skin with your eyes closed. The skin, muscles, how the blood pulsates through the arteries and veins of your body. Even more so, you can really feel a sensation of a real energy flowing through the body, of warmth flowing through the body. That's why it's a wonderful exercise to do.
You can even feel perhaps an increase of your heartbeat. It's an exercise also for the heart. And once your breathing calms down and your heartbeat calms down, then you start some rhythmical breathing. Exhaling the air through the nose out, always giving back to the air, and then inhale slowly and smoothly in and in and in. Very relaxed breath, and exhale, slow, smooth exhalation, always through the nose, closing the mouth out and out and out. And inhale, bring energy into the body. Feel this is what you're bringing in. And exhale, slow, smooth exhalation out. Give suggestion now to the entire body to relax deeply. On the legs, skin of the outer legs, the muscles of the legs, and just let the leg area totally relax. Feel the sensation of your leg relaxing, perhaps getting longer. And all across the pelvis, the lower back, your back muscles, all across your shoulders, your shoulder blades, and down your arms. And the lightness, each person is different in how relaxation feels to them. All across your chest, the throat, the back of your neck, your facial area, your jaw and your cheeks and all the little lines around your eyes. And you can really feel the outer part of you, this outer shell of you, relaxing, letting go. Tensions that build up in you during the day, you can just feel them leaving through the arms or through the feet. Use your imagination and keep it with you, class. Good. Namaste.
Nova visits a tribe of Indians in a remote